Christcentric artist Stract, co-host of Cross-Examination, joins us to talk about his endeavors as a recording artist, painter, and business owner. Experts say traveling may never go back to complete normalcy as we knew it. Will the touring artist survive? A lesson from the Mandalorian series. Sorry, it was another word on the other, and on the break, I'm sorry. Look at the iPhone 12 and an update you might not want to run on your MacBook. Yes, welcome to the Marrio Esco Live Show.
Bocula.
Here we go.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left of this flesh, till it's past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I am your host, Marrio Esco, and alongside me is my good friend, co-host, Gil Vargas. What's good?
Mira, que te pasa. Buena.
So, try to drag.
We gotta get that down.
You gotta drag those out a little bit longer for me.
A little bit
helps,
longer?
Yeah, it helps me kind of like prep for the next part, you know?
All right, next one, 2.5 seconds
Thank
longer.
you. Shout out to our people, our listeners. GH3 Radio, 520 Radio, God's Music Radio, SCM Radio, and praise God, we got another partnership, Redeemed Project Radio.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike52, also an affiliate of Redeemed Project Radio. We love y'all.
Super dope.
YouTube, what up? Facebook, what up? Twitch, what up? Periscope, what up? The Unashamed Network was good. We love y'all. Holy Connection was good. Godify, Podcasters, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean. Pop. We love y'all. Every one of y'all. Check out d2lproductions.com. Check out our merch there. You want to support? Cop the merch for now. until we keep praying about the infrastructure of the show.
Yes. But the shirts are very nice.
Yes, cop the shirts. Join the email list, share the show, subscribe to our YouTube channel. My bad, I'm going to try to follow along with the comments. I don't got the dialogue box up. Hold up. I'm getting it. Follow Me Live Picks. Playlist we update weekly. Hold me accountable. I gotta update the last 2 weeks. Check out our hotline.
Check out the hotline, please.
Check out our hotline. 774-243-0385. Hit us up. Let us know what you feel. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you like. Let us just keep us updated on everything.
You can even rash us if you want.
Yeah, just rash us. Whatever.
You know, you might even end up on the show.
Even
if it's a rash.
Recap last episode.
It's hilarious.
Episode 122, Hibernating and Creating with MC Nice.
See, you didn't say it with the swag that he said it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Go ahead. I'll let you do it.
He's like, see, I be doing that hibernating and creating. You see? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, dad, dude, you made that sound clean. Like, hibernating and creating. Like, I was saying that all week after I left the show. They were like, yo, what up, Gil? Hibernating and creating. Shoot, what you doing?
Yeah, it's that. I love his vibe, bro. Shout out to MC Nice.
Yeah, he's
dope dude.
He's a man.
Christian hip hop artist, talked about entrepreneurial spirit, upcoming endeavors, super excited. Like, he just has that energy. He's just off and running. Like, anything that's negative, this dude has a positive spin. He just grabs it, flips it, and just keeps it
10-minute conversation with him and you taking over
if you're
right
if you're a Christian artist, definitely go check out the last episode. There's a lot of gems you could benefit from.
Bro.
Episode 122. Talked about Trump continues to defy the election results.
He's mystifying.
Another mutation of the virus. I would say to Gil, like, in what world is saying mutation of the virus like normal, bro? Like,
today.
How is that A normal statement.
I think I can say that to
Hey,
my
topic of the
3-year-old
show.
daughter, and she'll
The
be
mutated
like,
virus. Possible new film location in space. I mean, any of that interests you? Please go check out the last episode.
Such journeys that we embark.
Oh, I love it, dude.
Every show.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, let's get to it, man. Let's get the hand claps going. Let's get right into it. Christian hip-hop artist out of Pennsylvania.
Another hip-hop.
Currently with Christcentric. Shout out to Christcentric. We love y'all.
Yup.
Been making music since 2003, known for his gritty, underground, hip-hop, authentic sound. East Coast, boom bap. Stract, oh my.
Stract, oh my.
Podcast.
He is not going to be thrilled about that announcement. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. He is not going to be thrilled.
I'm thrilled.
He's going to come on.
I'm thrilled. That's a win for me. That's a win for me, bro. Oh, love it. Podcast co-host of Cross Examination with Kirk Kennedy. Shout out to Kirk Kennedy. Husband, father, also serves in his church as a deacon. Our brother Stract is in the building. Stract, what is good?
Now, before we continue, can you tell me, please, how you feel about that trash interview? That trash.
Do it. I'm good.
Introduction I've ever heard in my life. He said,
"How is that?
That gritty,
I thought that was
boom,
like
bap, hip hop,
bam,
Stract.
I
Oh
thought
my!
that was like, you know, I was trying to keep
what
true.
the heck
I was
is oh my after his name? Like, is he?
I mean, I felt like that was a Wizard of Oz type joke. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Lions, tigers,
and bears.
Oh,
and then there's Stract. Oh my!
Well, I mean, you know, cross-examine, not cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examine. And you know what's crazy is that it's cross-examine right,
so
it's right here, right in front of me.
He was too busy being awed by
like,
that
man.
is Stract. Oh my!
It's just
and he completely
you know,
forgot how the names.
You know
the
when
shows
dudes want to sound smarter though, they like add the shun on the end of things.
Examination.
That's exactly what it was.
Or it's just the rapper mind that wants to add that last syllable.
Yeah,
it's like,
get
try to get as many
right,
syllables
man.
as you can get.
The inflection.
Yeah. So, brother, man, what's good, bro? How you doing, man? How you holding up during this crazy chaos right now? Let's start there. Let me get a sense of where your mental state is at right now.
I mean, I think as far as regular life, I'm chilling. Like nothing's really changed. When you talk about the business aspect, that's where things are kind of like, yeah. So I mean, you know, restaurants, I think, and bars are the most that have been hit by this whole thing economically. So that's where it's a little bit like, really trusting the Lord. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Every aspect of life, I'm trusting the Lord, but when it comes to business and finances, it's like, whoa, this for some reason that always pushes you to re-examine your faith. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
Now, have you been able to at least do like curbside, like, you know, stuff like
yeah,
that?
no, we went curbside as soon as Governor Wolf here in PA shut it down. That Monday, we went curbside right away, and then we stayed curbside up until the beginning of last month. We went open dining, so we opened up. We just can't go full capacity, you know, and then people rock masks.
Oh man, I feel bad for our listeners. We over here talking like we already announced it. You have a restaurant, right? You announce it to the people so they know what it is you're talking about, that you opened up curbside. They're like, what does he do? The drug dealer? He opened up curbside. Who are they interviewing? He said, we ain't going to let the man hold me down. So, you know, we went to the streets. You know what I mean?
Curbside, you know what I'm saying? Nah, yeah, we my wife and I own a small restaurant here in Lancaster, PA. It's called Flora's Restaurant. It's a Latin fusion. You know, it's, we're Puerto Rican, but the influence is from all over, and my wife adds her nice little spin to it. I cook with her. I have the blessing to learn from an amazing chef and get it popping. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Wow. So how does that work though? Like, so are you guys like co-owners with the restaurant, or?
I mean, you know, we married, so we won, man. We don't do that. We don't do that.
So how's that work for you, man? Like,
yeah, no,
but how's that work for you though? Because like you just So you waking up in the morning, you running a restaurant with wifey, and then what? You go home and then you're spending the rest of the day with wifey. Like, that's how it is for y'all? Like, no breaks in between,
we are literally one. You know what I'm saying?
That's really dope, man.
Yeah, we love each other. We enjoy each other's company.
So she's a trained chef?
She is a home cook originally. So she just cooked for a lot of people growing up, learned how to do her thing. And then when we opened up the restaurant, the Lord gave us favor. And we almost 6 years strong now. We about 5.5 years in.
Wow, that's
a little bit more than 5.5.
So how did it start though? Like the restaurant, was it your idea to open it up, or like how did that unfold?
Nah, never that. Not me.
So wifey had.
She was
desire.
like, I want to start a restaurant. He's like, yo, me too.
And then
I'm
you stood
hungry.
behind the.
Let's go down there. She's like,
wait a minute, you gonna cook?
No, you didn't hear what I said. I said, let's
start
get paid a restaurant. I'm like,
you know what I mean? Nah, she's always loved cooking. She always had a dream to have a restaurant, but her original desire was to just be like the pretty hostess, in her own restaurant. I don't think she ever expected to actually be the one in the kitchen getting it in.
Wow.
So
eventually she could, the more the business grows, you could hire a chef and then she could choose to do whatever she wants.
Listen, if the Lord takes it there, word up. I mean, that would be dope. But right now we are the ones putting the work in. I mean, we in the kitchen, getting it popping, and she's just an amazing cook, man. She really does her thing. So she's the chef at Flores. Yeah,
that's dope. Now,
definitely her idea.
That's really dope. And so then, how do you find the time to juggle that between, you're hosting the podcast, you're putting out music, you're doing all this, you're a deacon in your church. Like, how do you find the time to like fit everything in and still be faithful to all your responsibilities?
I bet you be in church half asleep, almost getting in randomly saying orders. I'm un salada de pulpo. Oh, my bad. Did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? My bad. Totones. Oh, wait, what?
Somehow he has the food too when he yells it. Somehow he has it. Some totones. How did you have the totones in the bed with you? What's going on, man?
Yo, Deacon Stract, man. I know you do a superb job, but can you stop hitting me with totones every service, bro? I got grease stains for days, man.
Just be putting them out the Bible, like.
I've been using the totones to save my spots in the Bible. Look at this thing, man. It looks like a sandwich.
He's eating the meat of the word. He's just like, totones.
Literally.
So go ahead, brother. How do you find the time
That's
for all
that? That's a lot
that?
of juggling, bro.
Yeah, so actually, we have limited hours at the restaurant, so we're only open on days that fit us.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So when we started, we got it popping. We was like, 6 days a week. We're just gonna be closed Sunday, and we had big dreams. Nah, didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like we basically through time just kind of started analyzing what we were doing, how the income that was coming in, what the feel was within the community as far as restaurants was concerned.
Yeah.
And we just came to terms with the fact through council, we brought our pastors in, other business owners we know, people that we trust, and we was like, this is our idea. What do you guys think? Can we pray and work through this? And eventually we wound up going with Monday, Friday, and Saturday only. So we're only open at the restaurant Monday, Friday, and Saturday, but we still get our 40 to 45 hours a weekend because we're there on Monday, Friday, and Saturday, 12 to 15 hours, depending, how busy we are that day. So that's Tuesday through Thursday. Thursday, we do the podcast, and then I do other ministry stuff. Tuesday, Wednesday, get with people, run small groups, lead worship on Sunday. The Lord just grants us the ability and strength to do what we need to do. You know what I mean? That's the reality.
That's dope. Now, in all your endeavors, like which one? Because I know we could jump into you being a painter as well. Super dope. Actually, matter of fact, I got something I'm going to share for the people that are viewing right now. I did a little collage of the artwork that you done. I got a little bit of pictures going right now. Though? it's flipping through. We're seeing your sketches, some of your murals and stuff like that. That you've done. Super dope, man. I love it. And I love how you're thinking like on capitalizing. I know a lot of people don't like that term, but
I'm cool with that term. I'm cool. I'm a capitalist, man. I'm cool with it.
Capitalizing on you having that restaurant and having a space, you know, for you to display your art and the work that you do. I love that, man. Like that itself is really inspiring to myself as a creative. Like it really helps me to see that the possibilities of you having either something like a dream or something that you desire, you know, and then actually carrying it through to fruition and opening up a restaurant. And here you are, you know, doing multiple things with that, with your wife and your family. Are your kids involved as well? Or
yeah, the kids have been involved here and there throughout. Like they've all worked for us at one point in time or the other.
That's dope.
We've employed probably about 10 people from our church.
Wow. See that? And giving people jobs and like, dude, that is really, man, I love hearing that story, man. I got to tell you the truth, bro. Like before I started really digging into what you were involved with, I just saw you as the rapper with Christcentric and sort of with Wrath and Grace. Like,
like you gotta give it to him. At least he honest.
I'm with that.
And I'm like digging in my research, and I'm like, yo, this dude own a restaurant. Yo, he got the display. And then my wifey's an artist too. Like she's a painter too. So I'm going through your website, and she's like, what? And then she was encouraged finding out that you and wifey have a restaurant like that. Dude, that's so dope that you do all that, man. That's very encouraging. So is there anything of all these things that you do, actually before we do that, let me jump into your art. Is art your main passion before you started rapping and doing all that? Like were you drawing way before?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
art,
it started what, doodles in the back of a notebook or?
Yeah, pretty much, you know, graffiti, like most dudes start out. You know, we love hip hop, we grew up listening to hip hop. So we start off with the graffiti, keep it moving. Actually, my father loved fine art, even though he's super hood. You know what I'm saying? So for some reason, he loved rocking with pastels and oils, and he started. That was like his way of expressing himself as a young dude through artwork. So I picked up some of the stuff from him, some of the basics, and then just kind of kept it moving. So yeah, definitely artwork is the original
one of your first passions that you had.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And now are you at a level now, you know, wrestling through probably, you know, a career path when you were young and trying to figure out what you want to do? Are you at a point of your artistry now where you're actually making profit off of it? Like, cause I see you doing murals and stuff. Like, are you making money off of your art right now?
Nah. I mean, I'll make some money, but it's not like something I could necessarily live off of.
Okay.
You know, yeah, I get a few jobs every few months or so. But you know, artwork is one of them things that's like they've always said that the saying goes, an artist is not meet his worth until he dies, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like when the artist is gone, then all of a sudden everything he's done is of value. So I just honestly, man, I do everything I do is unto the Lord, bro, because I know that the Lord sees value in what I do because he's gifted me in certain ways. And I just come to the table with that every time with whatever I'm doing. And that brings me gratification. That brings me joy. Cool. And then I'm able to look at what I do and be amazed by it and not feel like I'm puffed up because I know that I've done it as unto the Lord. Like if he's seeing what I do, that's like, you know, that son that always wants to please his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like always wants to get that yes, sir, good job from his dad. Like that's the mindset, you know? So I just do it that way, man. And,
so you're content where you at as far as an artist, a painter, a sketch artist, you're content where you at?
I wouldn't say as far as goals, I'm content. Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
But
so
I'm
there's
content
some ambition still there.
Yeah, of course. Okay. But I'm content wherever the Lord has me. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever I'm at in the Lord, I find contentment. Because, you know, like Paul says, man, in the low or in the high, rich, poor, hungry, fully fed, whatever the case may be, I find my satisfaction in the Lord.
So reconcile this for me. Reconcile this for me. The ambition is a longing for something more, no? Like ambition is a longing or a desire to perfect that thing, to push it forward, right? Would you say?
I mean, I guess like we would have to define what those terms are. You know what I mean?
All right.
So like, so I might see.
This is the Wolverine. This is the Wolverine. I'm familiar with this strategy. I see you doing this for Kirk Kennedy all the time. I gotta define that before. yeah.
That's real rap, though. That's what conversation needs. Right. You know what I mean?
So communication. Okay. So ambition. So how do you define ambition then? What is godly ambition? Can you help me kind of like unfold that?
Yeah, I mean, I think godly ambition is what the Lord has instilled within you. You know, so like the Lord has given you certain gifts and then you desire to do them, and you desire to continue to do them. And whatever level you meet yourself doing that at, or you meet the Lord doing that at, you find contentment and joy. You know,
so dope, dude. That's
can I find it, you know, doing a piece for $500-$600 every couple months? Yeah. Can I find it doing a piece for $10,000 in a month? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've had jobs that were big and I've had jobs that were small. And I find the same joy in each one when I stand in front of them. You
never have a moment of saying, man, if I hustled a little harder and did this and did that.
You always contemplate that. You know what I mean? You always think about that.
And is that healthy? You would encourage that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Cool. As long as it's confined to what you acknowledge the will of the Lord is in your life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to be realistic. You know what I mean? You gotta, all right, am I caring for my wife? Am I feeding my church? Am I caring for my church? Am I caring for my children? Okay, what's left I can use and store it up for my ambition and my desires. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put things in priority and put them in the proper place. So I think once you've done that, you know, you'll be all right. You can keep pushing as a creative.
Yo, dude, you know, you being a deacon equipped with the word and everything, brother, like I would, and you being artistic, I don't know how you feel about like to unfolding all these like little small questions that I'm asking you, and it's super dope the way you're answering them. But I could see these unfolding like chapter by chapter, and you like really educating. I see that there's a need, especially for the creative. Dude, the creative is different. Like real talk.
For sure.
When I talk about the struggles that I go through as a creative, it's sort of like you won't understand it unless you're a creative. You won't get it.
Yeah,
you know, when you're sleeping at night and all of a sudden a full blown picture lands in your brain, and now you're struggling to go to sleep because all you're thinking about is that opportunity for you to hit that canvas, because you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, I can't snapshot this. I can't, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's different for the creative, and what I've found in my journey has been a constant, like this show is actually birthed from that, a constant struggle with identifying with people who feel the same thing and then are equipped to help me guide through what godly ambition looks like, when you should desire to practice, like you know, you hit the gym, you want to get results. Is it the same way for the artist? What about the songwriter? Is it possible for that songwriter to give it his all in a way that is wise and God glorifying, or is it always the you know, the wall I've hit along the way has always been, yeah, that's a hobby, put it to the side. Yeah, that's a hobby, put it to the side. Yeah, yet here I am with Stract, the deacon from Pennsylvania, Christcentric artist on my show, and I'm like, this is where the Lord led me, and this is dope that I'm sharing this experience with a deacon, someone who is equipped with the word and able to provide that assistance to the creative. I say all that to say, my dude, you should probably consider writing like a short book or something, like helping people understand
illustrations.
You know, yeah, like how to be content. You know what I mean?
When I get further down the road, that'll pop off.
But that's dope. It's super fire, bro.
Yeah. You know what I use? Honestly, what I use to help guide my ambitions as to whether or not they're hobbies or something that I should pursue. One, if you're married, like us, we're married brothers, right? We got wives that love us.
Facts. Yep.
One is I use my wife kind of as a barometer, you know, so like I'll be open with her, like, listen, I feel like, I don't know, this might be a waste of time, you know, this really ain't gonna generate funds. What do you think about this? Should I pursue this? So that's one way. But even for brothers who are single or sisters who are single, the church is also a great barometer. Your pastor, your brothers and sisters who walk alongside you. Do you talk to them about what your desires are, what your passions are? But also, first and foremost, of course, you need to go to the Lord in prayer. And then I think those things work together and help lead you kind of in the right direction. And you got your trial and error too that you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through trial and error.
Yeah.
So all of that is a process, man, for the creative. And I know it's a struggle because especially for us, we tend to be procrastinators. You know what I mean? We put everything off to the side to the end. We do our best work when we got deadlines and we get down to the last couple days, for the most part, unless you're trained and disciplined at doing so. But you just got to pursue, man. You got to pursue what the Lord has for you and keep it moving. And it's not always going to look pretty and it's not always going to look like bling. Sometimes it's going to look kind of muddy, and you need to be okay with that.
Facts. Yo, that's super dope, man. I love that. Yo, let's move on to The Beat Goes On, brother. So during the circumstances that we're in, during this pandemic and everything, what, in that wisdom that you just talked about, what made you say, you know what, I'm going to drop an album right now. Now's the time in this climate.
Yeah, I mean, it was already kind of in the works.
Okay.
When COVID hit, it just kind of gave me a little bit more fuerza, what I mean? A little bit more Ghana, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with all that behind it, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do something that basically shows that no matter what occurs in our lives, especially for those in Christ, the beat continues. You know what I mean? It just continues. The rhythm is there. The drum continues to get beat no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what the album is putting on display through different circumstances and scenarios. The beat continues, man. The Lord is faithful.
Amen, bro. I love that, especially during this climate, man, that we're in right now. And holding on, because there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things going on right now, especially within the community in general, but, obviously the show, we kind of focus on Christian hip hop and artists like that, which is kind of the same pulse, right? Like everybody's kind of, you see waves happening no matter what genre, whatever, no matter what camp you're with, you can clearly, everyone sees the waves.
Yeah, I think unfortunately the world is just basically taken on and conformed to the way of the world, like the church.
The algorithm. Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like we've kind of become like the world in the midst of this scenario instead of shining and being the salt of the earth.
Yo, that's crazy that you say that because I started seeing that too. Like the voices started being at the same level of everyone else's voice. It's like we're all here. We're all yelling from the same point. Like it's like we don't have the truth. We just fit in with everybody else. Everyone has the truth.
Frustrating, man.
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
man. I see that.
But even in that, the Lord is sovereign. So His church, He'll give us papao. You know what I'm saying? He'll
wake us up.
Our rod and our staff comfort us. Yeah, He'll wake us up and get us back in line, man.
So, brother, as a deacon equipped with handling the Word of God, what are some of your concerns regarding Christian hip hop right now, specifically?
Oh man.
He said, where do I start?
Well, I can't, even though, go ahead.
I was going to say, you could just, pick one of them that stands out from whatever list you have. and just like the one that you really want.
Like, Marrio, you really want me to whip out my scroll?
Yo, the one that you really want to tackle, bro. Like, what are some concerns, man?
For the sake of some brothers, I'll say this first off to start. CHH, Christian hip hop, is not necessarily the church, on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But CHH is compiled of brothers who are in the church, which means by default, we are the church, right? So I think the main struggle is, again, what we just talked about, conformity to the ways of the world. Are we showing ourselves to be the church? What does the Lord say that the world will know that He exists by what? The way we love one another. You know what I'm saying? So even within CHH, as brothers struggle, trying to basically say that, scripture is pointing to their ethnicity as the main truth or their skin color. You know what I'm saying? Not to clown anybody. I mean, there's good brothers who I think are in the faith, maybe are just struggling to find their own way in sanctification. You know what I'm saying? And they're aligning scripture with the way that they look in the mirror. Okay, I get that. Brothers is going to struggle. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't twist scripture to define things and to determine where they're supposed to land. That's what I'm concerned about. And I think we do that on all sides. You know, I think the reform camp is guilty of that as well. We do the same thing. We'll twist scripture to make ourselves look like we got the truth and we know exactly what we're talking about, when in reality, we're learning along the way just like everybody else. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? So you got the essentials of the faith. Let's cling to them. Let's cling to the essentials. And one of those things that shows the fruit of the believer, I think the most important, is love, the way we love one another. You know what I'm saying? The way that we show our love for one another in light of the love God has shown us in sending his son. So are we doing that? Is that where our priority is as we interact with each other in both music and within the church and before the world? Yep. That's where we need to be, man. Real rap.
Fire, bro. That was super dope, man. Listen, Stract, we're gonna cut into your music video, Mask Off the album, brother. The Beat Goes super On, dope. Brother. Why don't you let them know where they can cop The Beat Goes On and where they can follow you for updates on upcoming projects that you have.
Yeah, so the main place to follow me is hishypeman.com. On all social media outlets is His Hype Man. The album is right now currently available on Bandcamp, hishypeman, and then also available for pre-order on iTunes, and December 4th it'll be everywhere for streaming and all of that on all digital platforms. Brothers, I really appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for the love.
Yo, man, brother, man, it's all love. Bro, I'm going to be hitting you up real talk after this too, man.
Word.
I want to pick your brain, dude. So I love you, bro. It was a blessing, too, man. Till next time, bro. Grace and peace. Here's Stract, Mask Off upcoming album, The Beat Goes On. Bam, and we out of here. Peace.
They saying real, recognize real. Mask off. When I need it, tell them how I feel. Mask off. Show the scars, let them see the pain. Mask off. No front. Mask off. Through the flame. Mask off. Dice game. Mask off. Recognize real. Mask off. When I need it, tell them how I feel. Mask off. Show the scars, let them see the pain. Mask off. No front. Mask off. Through the flame. Mask off. The dice game. Mask off. Yeah, they really wanna muzzle you. Cause when you speak the word of God, it breaks the picture into pieces like a puzzle do. Scattered on the floor, shattered like a door made of glass that you kick with the snare till the bass drop. Face flop, legs gone, lies never stand strong. God's right, man's wrong. Check with what you stand on. If it's crooked, then when you jump, you gon' land wrong. Take a look, it really matters what you land on. Political, hypocritical, pitiful, divisible, lyrical, cynical, shaping your metaphysical. It's visible, the residues making a mess of you. Unethical practices they be using turn you to a spectacle. Unacceptable, put the plug on your receptacle. No electrical needed, just read it, exegetical. Believe it, this is medical. The word do what he said it do. Mask off, time to let him see the king instead of you. Recognize real. Mask off. When I need it, tell them how I feel. Mask off. Show the scars, let them see the pain. Mask off. No front. Mask off. Through the flame. Mask off. Dice game. Mask off. Recognize real. Mask off. When I need it, tell them how I feel. Mask off. Show the scars, let them see the pain. Mask off. No front. Mask off. Through the flame. Mask off. The dice game. Mask off. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I had to let it breathe a little. Be the middle. No sins, a lowercase, even though the I'll let you see the tittle. Believe it, it'll leave your face down prostrate. The mosque make dudes think that they could pass straight through, but No, peep the prophet's glow. From cyanide, I rely on him when the liar try. Fire by night and the pillar when the light is bright. He provides, so why would I run to another eye? DOL, he no fail. Bathed in the blood, I'ma see no hell. Let another utter whatever, let he want better. Okay, I'ma see no L. See no jail, need no bail. Me so fail, Dida Bayo, Wayo, read my Theo. When your faith is feeling, stay away, yo.
Recognize real. Mask off.
When I need it, tell him how I feel.
Mask off.
Show the scars, let him see the pain.
Mask off.
No front,
Mask off.
through the flame.
Mask off.
Die is game.
Mask off.
Recognize real.
Mask off.
When I need it, tell him how I feel.
Mask off.
Show the scars, let him see the pain.
Mask off.
No front,
Mask off.
through the flame.
Mask off.
Die is game.
Mask off.
Recognize real.
Mask off.
When I need it, tell him how I feel.
Mask off.
Show the scars, let him see the pain.
Mask off.
No front,
Mask off.
through the flame.
Mask off.
Die is game.
Mask off.
Recognize real.
Mask off.
When I need it, tell him how I feel.
Mask off.
Show the scars, let him see the pain.
Mask off.
No front,
Mask off.
through the flame.
Mask off.
Die is game.
Mask off.
Yo, take that mask off, man. It ain't that serious. And it's more serious than you think. Word up. Get that thing off your face, man. Stop playing.
Dope. Shout out to Stract. That was Mask Off The Beat Goes On. Struggling to
That was crazy. You look like Trump.
put all these syllables together today.
Trump.
I'm flopping on these syllables today, guys. Guys, help me.
Let's just say you're
Keep
not
me lifted.
rapping today.
These syllables are crazy for me today. I don't know what is wrong with my mouth today. I cannot get it together for some reason. Baby, can you get me some more coffee? Maybe that's what I need. Or maybe that's not what I need.
Un cafecito, please.
Goodness, I flopped that whole interview. Guys, no. Guys. Goodness. Cut. Redo.
What are you calling the butler to a podcast for you?
Thank God that Stract is, a smart man and was full of so many blessed gems that he dropped for everybody. Throughout that mess, he blessed us. So thank you. Thank you for keeping it professional, Stract. We love you, brother.
He stayed blessed.
We love you, brother. We'll have you on again, bro. Lord willing.
Of course.
Unless,
why wouldn't we?
Well,
he
because
dressed up like Trump. He has my favor.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I had to do the
Thank you, man.
I had to do the dig.
Help me. Thank you. Let me break out of this funk I'm in. I don't know what's wrong. All right. Let's get in. COVID-19 vaccine could change travel for good.
COVID-19.
I love how CNN goes right into COVID vaccine is going to affect travels. It's almost like already trying to instill in your mind what's about to take place. So,
well, let's just say CNN is getting sold by AT&T, so that should tell you everything.
There you go. All right.
That should tell you everything you need to know. They're not a cash cow. They're just...
On November 9th, it was announced that one of the candidates for a COVID-19 vaccine was over 90%. Woo! Over 90%. Gil, what was the percentage right now?
99% survival rate. I think I'll stay with possibly getting infected.
Hold up, there's a
90% chance you might survive if you take this.
All right.
99% if you get sick, you might survive.
So
I'll take the virus.
There's a 90%. Nine points smaller effective in the preventing volunteers for contracting the virus.
Awesome.
So you have a better chance without it.
50% of the time, it works every time.
50% of the time.
Take it.
The travel industry immediately got a boost. So everybody's running and planning for 2021. There was an uptick. There was an uptick in searches for vacation destinations.
That's when I wish we had the Selena's dad's voice right now to say, Boosty Gaga. That's pre
the airport.
That's pre-production. Got a boost.
Pre-production.
Boosty Gaga.
Yes,
you gotta basically take a shot in order to get on a plane. That's crazy.
All right.
That is just absolutely bonkers.
Hold up, we didn't even get there yet. They're just saying that how they. Okay,
well, think about
they're
it.
just
the vaccine gets released. Airplanes get a boost.
Yo, okay, exactly. All right. So exactly. So the article is kind of the way that it's written is kind of assuming that you already are running toward it, right? Yeah. The article is assuming that people are saying, here's my question though, how can you just take that number, right? The uptick of sales or the uptick of searches.
First of all,
and then try to tie that to the COVID-19 vaccination.
First of all, the fact that it got a boost shows how crazy people are. This is why.
You know why it got a boost?
They just said 90% of the time you survive. So there's still 10% of people that are dying even though they took the virus. I mean, the vaccine. 10% might not survive.
Right.
And even then.
So I'm going to Disneyland.
I'm going to Disney.
So
90%
you know
is better than 50.
You know what? I'm going to Disney. Taking my chances.
Unbelievable. That's how crazy these people are, man. They got a boost because they got a possible vaccine that can cure possibly 90%. Possibly.
So doctors are saying it'll be a long while before traveling will come back to some sort of normalcy.
Well, numbers like that.
Due to the delay in the administering of the vaccination. So they already have like the plan of who's going to get what first, obviously, like elderly or those that have pre-existing conditions or whatever. Like they already have their, the list of who's going to get what. But my question is, as I'm reading this, right, I'm like, so how does this affect the travel though? What does the vaccination have to do with travel?
Exactly. Well, because if you take the vaccination, that means you've been cured of it, and because you have the vaccination in you, you're more immune than the average person. So you'd be safer
to travel.
Because in the plane you're
tricky.
You're with everybody. This is what they're saying. I personally think is horse dung because you got 99% rate that you will survive. But they're offering a vaccine. It's just weird. It's weird. If you think about it,
yo, Stract.
If somebody told you, yo, man, this sickness is a 99%
what do you think of the vaccine? This is when he hops out.
That you'll survive. But you should take this syringe of something that we haven't tested, and then you'll be 90% possible that you won't get it.
Yeah.
What would you do? Like, honestly. And that's because they rushed everything. There's not real trials. They're just rushing this thing to the highest bidder, and that's it. And everybody has to get it. And now they're restricting travel, so you can't even leave the country if you don't take the shot.
So they're saying here, they're saying that there's doctors are saying that proof of vaccination might become advisory or even mandatory for destinations.
That's where
they already have a form of this. It's called, what is it called? An International Certificate of Vaccination. ICVP,
they got a name.
ICVP that travelers must carry to enter certain countries. Obviously, you got to be wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do that. But now when it comes to this thing, this is now mandating. Like, this is now like you have to get this thing.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it because. There's not enough testing, so we don't know what's in that. You know what I mean? Like they don't even know if this is something that will 100% work as far as you not getting it after that. So
we got James saying clinical trials can take 10 years to be deemed safe.
Exactly. And Trump even said it. This is the fastest. That's not something you want to
warp. What is it? Operation Warp Speed.
I'm like,
that's your man's.
Hey, like I said, I don't vote for the man. I vote for the policies. Yeah. That's why I say that. That's why I say that because I believe both sides is corrupt. I believe both sides got crazy issues, and it's hard to vote for the man because you can look at their backgrounds and see they both got some serious problems that you can't ignore. You could dig up dirt on both of them that are both equally disgusting. So it's called
medical tyranny.
Can't.
We got Brent comes in. It's called medical tyranny.
Tyranny.
Oh yeah, Yeah. You know how I do.
I got you.
That's my co-host. Okay, medical tyranny.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to now make fun of me because I corrected you. Medical tyranny. Okay, I helped you out. Now, next time I'm let you sound dumb.
No.
With the tyranny.
No, okay. So what? So how
is that? It's a tyranny.
Well, they found a way to trap everybody. They found a way to trap everybody up by mandating it to go places and do this and do that. And now it's like, you know how somebody was saying the social cues, or what was it called?
The social cues.
No, what was it called? How the mask is like considered like a moral symbol. I don't know the word.
I mean, that makes sense, which is why they're making it a mandate.
Yeah. So now if you don't, so in other words, if you don't get it, you look like a crazy person
who doesn't care,
not caring for the health of your neighbor. It looks unloving to your neighbor.
It's crazy. But the first thing they're gonna have to do is tell all the companies that make masks to take off the part that says it doesn't help in any way, shape, or form in spreading or protecting you. Which is why you have to get an N95 that's only available to hospitals. So that not trying to be a conspiracist, if that's even a word, conspiracist, but it's just weird how we can't get the proper masks that actually do something, and the masks that we're allowed to have don't do absolutely nothing, but you have to wear it because it's mandated, even though it doesn't do anything. And then you got to take a mandated vaccine that you don't know what it could do. Could heal you, could not heal you. You got a 90% chance. But not taking it, you got a 99. This 2020 is the bomb. 2020 is crazy, man. This is like, this is the age where 2 + 2 could possibly be 25 if you identify with it. This is crazy, man.
I got James saying Ticketmaster may mandate concert goers to have vaccination papers to attain purchase tickets for shows. And that's going to be like the same for, it's just going to be for everything. Shows, travel. I'm already getting like phone calls from the schools saying the kids have to get.
Exactly.
You know, the kids are mandated also to get the vaccination before they can go back to school. So it's interesting to me how they wrote this article with the assumption that the readers, the audience is already ready, like lined up and ready for this vaccination shot.
Yeah. This right now is going to be a time where you're going to have to decide. Are you going to take this thing or are you going to
Well, you already said that you're not, right?
I'm going to try as much as possible.
So now think of that. Think of how that affects you.
Because I think eventually it's going to get to
no more. You can't.
And I don't even think it's going to stop there. I think eventually it'll get to
ships.
Grocery stores.
It'll be like cruises,
shopping, cruise lines. It's going to get to where you can't do anything.
Like, just go on outside, like
pretty much. Because look at it. What did they say?
So you have to show your vaccination list to the grocery store.
If they're saying that you not wearing a mask is shown as insensitive and you are basically not caring,
it's like another form of license.
And it's a mask, right? Why would it not go into the vaccine part and then now you have to show you took it to be in these stores or movie theaters or airplane, all these things. And now if you don't have the card, what happens? You look like someone who doesn't care, who is being irresponsible, and this is disgusting. This is worth putting a complaint against you. Like I'm walking around here, I took it. Look, I got my card. My kid got their card. Yep. He could just walk around and go anywhere he wants, and he don't got his COVID-19 card.
We become the people from what's that movie, babe, with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes?
It's gonna get crazy.
The Demolition Man. We become the people.
Facts.
The people under the ground. Like we become the people.
Like,
under the ground.
I'm gonna be like, where the toilet paper? And they're gonna be like, he's a savage. He doesn't know how to use the shells.
With a little, and notice how
shells.
To
this day, I don't know how that works.
Why do people under the ground do graffiti art? Like why are we the ones that do graffiti under the ground?
How did they even get the color?
That's super.
There's no factories anymore. They're all on the ground, and somehow they got a fresh can.
Yo, dude, it was an advanced. It was an advanced machine that came up, and it was like.
It was the robots doing the graffiti.
Why are the
First of
robots
all, that's
from
just-
under the ground?
That's
doing
just
the
a waste
graffiti
of a
art?
budget.
Super foul.
It's like, you know what?
They might as well.
We're gonna create hooligan robots.
They might as well go all the way and just had a straight robot come out the ground, start doing flares. Someone come out, start rapping. Robots like, we're the rebels.
Dude's like, man,
under the ground.
And you got the humans walking by like, wow, I'm so glad hip hop is still alive.
Hip hop really stood the test of
Hip
time.
hop lives,
man,
in those
wow.
robots. Do you see that, Johnny? That's what the hip hoppers used to do.
Hip hop became robots with AI. Like, nah.
That's how lazy we're gonna get. Is that what it is? We're gonna get so lazy that we're gonna be like, you know what, man? I ain't trying to do no flares. I'm gonna get my robot Ziggy Bot over here to do my flares. And
even to perform, it's all avatars. Just get
everything's avatar.
I'm gonna rap through my avatar. Actually, there was a movie on that. Remember, they all like plugged into this thing.
Yeah, the cartoon.
And they lived. No, not the cartoon. Oh,
well, it's not a cartoon.
Was
but,
one
you know,
of them
when
too.
they were in the world, it was like cartoon. It was like anime. But
yeah,
that's what you're talking about.
No,
it's called the Gamer.
Yeah, Gamer, isn't it? Just Gamer.
I think it is Gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
Where he
about.
plugs
that
in.
Was crazy. CHH ain't dead. We lives through the robot.
The CHH lives through. we got a shining cyborg.
He has metal dreads.
They're metal dreads. Metal dreads. Woo, man. CHH cyborgs. CHH cyborgs. Thank you, Brent, bro. Right, wow. All right. That's so let's say you're a creative.
That's crazy.
And now your travel is messed up because this whole situation.
Then that means your career will now be on Zoom.
You're dependent on travel. You're dependent on touring. You're traveling around. You're doing collaborations with producers, other artists. You're going to studios, professional studios, and
6 feet apart.
And now there's a full halt on all that.
Well, you can still do the studio thing, because I mean, if it's just you and the engineer, I mean, unless the booth is like literally right next to his,
Go ahead, tell me.
Mixing station. But like most places, you have the plexiglass and they're behind it and they're recording. Like, why could that not
Basic
be possible?
studio, yes, Gil.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. No,
or you could invest and just create your own little booth. Facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's tons of technology. We just had Stract on here, and right behind him, he had a KO Ticker foam ball, which you put a mic right underneath, and it basically mimics a booth because the microphone is literally surrounded by soundproofing, and you just speak into that hole and it creates a like soundproof.
For the most part, a lot of creatives are learning to invest in themselves and create their own booths and they understand how to record themselves and find ways to learn how to mix, master. A lot of creatives here that watch the show, a lot of them say, reach out and thank you to y'all, man. We love you. We love hearing that kind of feedback. This one's for y'all. We love you. That they learned a lot just by, us just talking to what we're talking about, when it comes to music and
I'm
having
telling you right now, going to a studio is not a necessity anymore. It used to be because, in order for you to record and get a good quality sound, you had to invest thousands and thousands of dollars to get that kind of quality. Where now, the technology nowadays is insane. They have literally programs that will cost you like $200 or $300 that you can track yourself, mix yourself.
Facts.
That KO Ticker ball runs for about $200. It's like $199. Your microphone. You've given me some great prices for.
Yeah, I'm gonna start creating lists too, like Amazon lists and stuff like that, and I'm gonna start leaving them in the descriptions on the stuff that we use for the podcast and stuff like that, and kind of being a little bit more transparent with the technology that we use to run the show and everything like that, and try to you
subscribe to our email list. Will you be one of the first people to get it too? So if you subscribe, we send our stuff to the emails first, and then we share on the show.
So continuing to build off of that, I think that's like a common thing that a lot more, during recent times, a lot of people have found already kind of moved toward that direction of investing in self, building their studio, stuff like that. Yeah. But now you have somebody who's affected by the travel, like touring and stuff like that, and maybe they already had the home studio. So what are other ways, that they can stay afloat stay relevant? Like, what are ways that you can still be, effective during this time and stay true to your art? You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that I was thinking about was like virtual concerts.
Facts.
Like putting on virtual shows.
Yep.
Like nowadays you got the Zoom, you got the Google Meet, you got all these other things
I've seen
that
a few
are available
artists
to you.
I've seen a few CHH artists do
that
this.
already doing that.
DI did that.
Yeah.
He did. I think it was like a project release, and he rapped all his songs and he videotaped himself.
Dope.
That's a great way to promote. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be
What's
lazy.
his name? KB did a full performance.
Yo, that was crazy.
That
too.
was fire.
That was crazy. That
He
background,
for real gave it like his all for that
background
performance.
was crisp.
And then you could be creative with that too, with the space like in your room. Like you could do that right in your room. Just kind of dress it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do some backdrop, do some lights in the background, whatever. Bring out that old fog machine that's collecting dust that you were using at one point. Like,
or you can pick one up.
When you were trying to
pick
DJ.
up a cheap one for
you were trying to DJ back in the past.
$25-$30.
You had that little fog machine. Remember that?
Yeah, man.
Remember the one you were trying to use in the church?
It's
and
not too much smoke because
it set off the alarms in the church.
They're not going to think it's...
and pastor was like, what are you doing in the church? Oh, during off hours.
And why is it smoky?
Why is there smoke all over the place? What's going on here? There goes those keys. Pastor, no.
And he from Cali, so he was like, guys,
Pastor.
Why is there smoke in the church? Wink, wink. Nah, man.
Hold on, guys.
I said you could use the church, but now there's smoke. Come on. You can tell me.
Just anyway. It's just so many ways I could go off of that.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it to myself. You could do like even collaborations, bro. I mean, a lot of stuff you could do everything's virtually, bro. You got access to the internet. I know we got to be careful too with the internet.
Yo, and the great thing about the internet is when you said about collaborations is that now you don't even have to be in the same place to have a collab with someone. Somebody could record someone or record themselves from across the world.
Zip it.
And literally send it to you by email or by drop. There's tons of like cloud services that can transfer. Like WeTransfer is a great one.
Dropbox.
You could send over large
Google
files.
Drive.
Google Drive. There's a bunch of them. And you can literally take that and put that on your record and you officially have a collab. That you were literally in your house
share the files
and put together in your crib.
Facts.
Without leaving the comfort of your home.
I'm not sure about the new Pro Tools or the new systems that they have available. I know like for videographers, they have the new Premiere Adobe suite.
Yep.
And they're able to share their projects in the cloud, and then other artists, you can share that with other artists and other collaboratives that can now have access to that entire, session or that entire music video or whatever it is that you're editing, and then they're able to edit it on their end in real time. And save that same file in that shared location, and you guys can now collaborate that way. Maybe somebody does the cutting for the music video, somebody else does the coloring, the color grading.
Facts.
Like I'm good at the color correction, you're good at the cutting up and chopping up. Somebody on the team is good at special effects, you know what I mean? And then now you have a collaboration happening here.
Another great tool that I've said this a bunch of times to people and on the show we've talked about it. Fiverr. If you're not familiar with Fiverr,
facts.
You need to get familiar with Fiverr, especially if you're a creative. And why we say this is because literally anything you would need as a creative, you can find in Fiverr. You can create an intro video, an outro video. You can create digital business cards. You can create graphic design, a logo. You literally find contractors for all these services. You could even hire someone to handle your social media. If in case you're not like, oh, I don't like the whole social media and posting and that, you could hire somebody.
Facts.
And they'll literally post for you. All you got to do is send them your pictures, send them your content, and this person will handle all your social medias. That's crazy.
Social medias.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because it's like, Twitter, Facebook, all you.
So now let's say the vaccination comes out, and I'm not saying, is it, first of all, is it sin?
Is it sin to not take it?
Exactly. Like we can't say it's like,
we can't really say either way. How do we say if it's a sin and how do we say it's not a sin? It's a vaccine.
Exactly.
Because if that's the case, then we've been sinning for a while. If it is a sin, because we've been taking vaccines since we was children. So that's like sin.
So let's say it comes out, you know, and the only way for you to travel is get the vaccination.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. If that comes to be, that's like,
and let's
that's
say
really government saying we taking over.
So you're saying, logically speaking, right now, with everyone's information that everyone just shared about the virus,
yep,
that it is unwise at this moment.
Right now,
it is unwise.
Yeah, it's untested, man.
Okay, all right. That's what
I need some time.
It's unwise. So now vaccination comes out, and let's say somebody is really truly dependent on this travel, and now touring is picking up again. Mandated vaccination.
I mean, that's up to that person, but I know I wouldn't. I would have to really figure out a way to be creative, because there's plenty of artists out there that are making serious living without touring. I mean, if I'm mistaken, Ruslan is one of them.
So you're saying
he's not a touring artist, but he's making a full-time pay. Mm-hmm. So if you are relying on touring, and then there's something like this that could possibly affect your health, maybe you need to rethink how you distribute your music and how your music business runs. Touring may not be the answer. Unless you're okay with it, then go by all means and take the vaccine. I mean, it's really up to the person and what they think, honestly.
This applies to a lot of different other things too, like ministry.
Facts.
Not ministry.
I could even see
missionaries.
I could even possibly see a lot of churches adopting the same thing. Like, you can't come in here if you don't take it.
The church.
It's possible.
Wow. Well, listen.
It could be a church that is really on that scripture that we have to obey the government and obey the laws, and so they just easily like, nope. So what do you say to that church? Like, are you being unbiblical? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many variables, man. It's crazy. So now you're not allowing people to come in because possibly they can get the congregation sick.
Yeah.
So is that an ungenuine concern? Are you saying that pastor's unbiblical? Because he's technically caring for his flock and trying to be extra careful. But at the same time, it's mandating someone to take something that's possibly unsafe. So it's like, this is going to be real tough, bro. This is going to be real tough for the climate.
Yeah. In all aspects.
In all aspects.
But specifically as the creative, again, you know, just worry and anxiety is never the thing that should be birthed in the Christian.
Amen.
That is unhealthy. That is sinful. You know, worry and anxiety on a sinful level. You know what I'm saying? So there's all kinds of ways to be creative. You know, technology is just an extension of the artist. That's all the technology is. It just we use technology and we learn how to. If you think about it, an artist is just like the microphone is just an extension of the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you as a performer, you have a relationship between the equipment that's there in front of you. Because if you didn't have the microphone, and at one time they had pastors that didn't have microphones, there was no audio systems. So if you didn't have that, you had to perform a different kind of way. It's just tools that we use to express ourselves in creative ways.
Fun fact: Spurgeon used to think if you couldn't carry your voice, you weren't going to be a pastor.
You weren't called to be a pastor. Yeah,
That's crazy.
You had to have the right lung capacity,
had the
right?
chops.
Yeah. So I say all to say, you know, there's all kinds of ways.
I wonder how he tested it. Like, did he bring him to the side and be like, I want you to say, you are not worthy, as loud as you can.
No,
if I can't hear you in the back,
he would actually have
you are not worthy.
Yes, bro.
He would measure your chest.
He said, if it's not a span of...
That gives a whole new meaning of say it with your chest.
Hold on one second.
He's like, first of all, you can't say it with your chest.
Come here, young man. Let me see.
You are not...
Oh, no. What is... Ooh, no.
You almost got it.
This is...
almost got it. So what if they missed it by like an inch?
This is like a teacher from Awana. No.
That's foul. You know why that's foul?
Because this is home group.
Wait.
This measurement is home group. This measurement is teacher from Awana.
Wait.
This measurement.
This is foul because he was a big dude. If you look at his pictures.
He had measurements.
Yo, he was a big dude.
He favored the big dudes.
And the only thing that matters is your vocal cords have nothing to do with your chest size.
Say it with your chest.
Nothing. You can have a huge chest. You can have the smallest chest and have a louder voice than the biggest dude in the room.
Facts.
Like that is possible.
Yeah.
And he said, wait, I want to see if you have a loud voice. And the dude probably was like, no, don't say anything. Let me just measure this right now.
Hold on. He's like,
got it.
I am about.
You ain't got it.
I am about to measure the fruit of the spirit.
Yo, the dude could have been an opera singer and like projected the loudest thing possible. He's like,
let's see if you have what it takes.
Stop right there.
Shh. On their lips, all up on their lips. Yo, that's foul, bro.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
All up on their lips.
All up on their lips.
This is pre-COVID. Sorry, guys.
We're talking to Spurgeon times.
Yep.
The guy was like, shut your mouth. Let me measure this real quick.
He measured his mouth. He's like, nope. No, sorry.
Why would he measure his mouth?
Hold on. Nope.
That's nothing to do with nothing.
He measured his head. It's just random stuff.
It's like, can you do the duck face?
You cannot.
Thank you.
The full armor of God does not fit on you, young man. No.
The full armor of God does not favor your duck face.
He's like, I don't need that. He walked out with 3 stones and no.
What?
I went to David. I'm sorry. All right, cool, man. Listen, don't get.
That was the actual historical interaction between David and Goliath. Okay, in case I didn't know.
Yeah,
that was a historical.
Don't walk it there.
Yes,
don't walk it there, bro. Leave it.
Walked up
you
to him
leave it.
and
you
said,
leave it.
"You can't pay with this. So I'm gonna walk away with these rocks."
I don't need that, sir. Went out, showed him.
So Goliath was Spurgeon. Yo, you're foul.
I don't need that, sir.
That was the most unbiblical thing you've ever said in your life.
Why do I picture like Spider-Man, the actor from Spider-Man? What's his name? Holland or whatever.
Oh, you want him to play David?
Yeah, like
why?
The young man.
First of all, there's a lot of people gonna be real upset with that.
Why? Because he's not a Hebrew.
Because you just chose
the blonde blue eyes.
Chose the blue eyes with wavy hair to play David.
Wait a minute, he's not a Hebrew Israelite. No. I love y'all.
He's a blue-eyed Israelite.
He's a blue-eyed. No, stop.
He's a Quinsu Ocho. Y'all know movies. Y'all know what that is.
All right, listen, if you're creative, no worry, no panic. Be creative, man. You're creative. That's what you do. Find out ways
hey, man,
to
I'm a creative, but I can't figure out a way to make money, man.
Find out ways to be super creative. Now they got stories on Twitter. Like, I don't know what's going on out there. Like, just be on top of the technology. Be on top of your games. Right. Be on top of social media and how you engage with your audience, and just pray about it, man. Just be, you got the internet, man. Use it to your abilities. You know what? I would recommend too, like, don't get trapped on it either. Like, it's so easy to become addicted to the screens and these kinds of things. Ironically, we're talking to the microphone and talking to everybody who's on these gadgets. Well, situations like this, moments like this, it's a blessing to have a reminder of, we got to disconnect sometimes. So lately, I've been kind of living in the Marrio Esco live show when it comes to the internet. That's my only engagement.
Yeah.
Outside of that, man, it's a lot of praying, a lot of going back and forth with my
it's
brothers.
Basically political.
Yeah, sometimes
meme,
I feel like
political, meme. That's basically the feed right now.
Okay, yeah. So nothing changed. Anything. Okay, cool. But anyway, yeah. Don't panic, man. Either way, like don't feel like, oh man, everything's done. I can't talk. Obviously, be creative. Keep releasing music. Stay proactive on social media. Don't allow it to overtake. Matter of fact, you should get away. You should start praying, get in your prayer closet, and really pray for ideas, innovative ideas, man. Like, yo, real talk, we have access directly to the one who has the ability,
the most creative,
who has the ability to give life
of all
and
creatives.
Death and sustains all things. Like, you have direct access. I think a lot of times we forget who our Father is as Christians. You know what I mean? Like, he's the one who gave you the abilities. I love reading in, I think it's Leviticus, where he talks about blessing these men with the gift of the ability to, like, create the the tabernacle and everything that they were building there, like he blessed them with the ability to do so, to carve in amazing ways and have all these gifts to do that. You know what I mean? Like people who were sewing
think about it.
material together, and they were the best at what they did, but it was led and inspired by the Spirit of God. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the talent was birthed from. It was given to them as a gift by the Spirit of God. And honestly, I think a lot of us dumb down Christianity to the point where it's just God lives over here and we live over here and just please God over there by living good over here. And it's like, yo, don't forget that your entire, as a Christian, you walk with the Spirit of God inside of you. You know what I'm saying? He resides in you.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel like we forget, but anyway, yo, be encouraged to go in your prayer closet and pray about that instead of worrying about it. Like, what we're gonna do now? Now I can't tour here. Now I can't do this. Like, what we're gonna do now? Now I'm backed up. I had this whole event played out. Like I had all these things. You heard MC Nice last week when he was talking about, you know, always his attitude toward everything was always flipping it up and seeing the positive outcome. He never let anxiety grab hold of his heart, and he just, bam, I trust in my Lord, flip it up and keep moving. I'm going to find ways to be innovative, creative, because my God is the creator of creators. You know what I'm saying? Like,
think of this.
You know what I'm saying?
We serve the same God that gave the ability to Noah to create a humongous ship that was able to hold all the animals. Like, he wasn't a boat builder.
Right, specific.
Same God, like, you know what I mean? Same God that allowed the miraculous things that the disciples were able to do. It's the same God that we live in today, and we sometimes forget that it's the same power that resides in us, that we're able to trust in the Lord and pray.
Facts.
And if we're in the right way of thinking, God can open up doors. He can give us ideas. And if we serve in the creator of everything, what makes you think that he can't give you an idea that will completely change your life?
Yeah.
And take you out of financial struggles at any time. Boom. It's a millisecond, and you can have a revolutionary idea that nobody's ever thought of. It is highly possible. Not that I'm saying that you should seek out wealth and all these things. All I'm saying is that your problems are minute compared to the power of God.
Facts. I love that. Good. Dope. And it's serious, man. You got Chicago R&B artist, 33-year-old artist Jeremiah on ventilator. With coronavirus, you know, here you have an artist who got hit with the virus, and now he's, you know, fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something, you know, although you're saying that, you know, the numbers are kind of, how you call it? Skewed? Is that the way you say it?
Like, it's conflicting, you know what
I
mean?
The numbers are kind of conflicting.
Because see, this and anything we say for the most part, as far as the numbers, we're getting straight from CDC.
Okay, yeah.
You know, these are not numbers that we just.
I know, but you're my expert, so I'm going to you to make sure I'm verifying.
Yeah, the survival rate is
you're the expert
99.9. You know,
right.
no, 99 percentile, but that's
right. So it's not to say like, yo, this ain't a real thing. It's a real. It's a real thing.
There is a real.
You know, pray for dude. Actually, pray for homeboy. Chance the Rapper came out and tweeted, "Please, if you can take a second to pray for my friend Jeremiah. He's like a brother to me, and he's ill right now. Got hit with COVID." He said, and then he said, which was kind of dope, "I believe in the healing power of Jesus. So
Amen.
if you can for me, please say a prayer over him." That's dope seeing Chance the Rapper reach out and ask for prayer for somebody.
Right Focus Media says, take advantage of going live and doing live performances and connecting with fans directly, just continuing to engage your base.
Even if it's not even performances, like just going live and you know, saying what's up to them and letting them know what you're going through and what's on your mind and just any way to connect with them. But so yeah, going back to Jeremiah, man, it's super dope to see Chance the Rapper come out with prayer, like keep hitting that prayer, you know what I mean? Keep in those circles with the celebrities and whatnot. At least, you know, bringing up Jesus' name, you know, praise God. And it's not to say that we just say, "Oh, amen," because it's a celebrity saying something, but it's Jesus' name being brought up.
Yeah.
Regardless, you know what I mean?
Last time I checked, the word said his name doesn't go void. So, and his word doesn't
go void. Yeah. And I'm hearing a lot of that come up more and more. I don't know if it's because of the current circumstances we're in, and some people are being drawn to certain truths, you know what I mean? And some people are being drawn to the word. I'm even seeing that personally. You know, my not too long ago, my cousin just came through to my church unexpected, unannounced. I didn't even know.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, yo, what? And he came in. So a lot of people are getting drawn. So praise God for that. So update. He's now doing better. Jeremiah's now doing better. So praise God for that.
Amen.
But it's just to say that, you know, here you got an artist who depends on his health, depends on, you know, his voice and everything like that. And then boom, gets hit. And it's like, bam, what do you do now?
Yeah.
It's not a game. It's not a, you know, something to mess around with. You don't just go out and be like, Christ got me, I'm good. At the same time.
Yep.
So you, Gil, like, although you know that it's not as much of a threat, right?
Oh, that doesn't mean I'm careless.
Exactly.
Nah.
Exactly.
I still wear, you know, wash my
Facts.
hands. I still wear my mask when necessary. You know, I still 6 feet apart. You know, I would even recommend to people, if you're not a fan of washing your hands every single second, get one of them copper key hooks. And it basically, you use that to press things. It has a little hook so you can open up doors.
Yeah.
Like, there's things out there that can make life easier and still be safe.
Facts.
Because this is a real sickness. I'm not saying it ain't real. I'm just saying it's not as deadly as, you know, that has been really studied and said on the comorbidities, which is people who have underlying issues. You know what I mean? We won't know exactly until this data is really researched and that takes time. How did this vaccine affect them? Would have it helped if they would have took it at this early stage, even the people who have passed? We don't know. Maybe it would have saved half. Maybe it would have saved them all. You know what I mean? So these are all the things that need to take into consideration.
Facts.
You know, and it's just a crazy time right now, man. It's
yeah,
crazy.
no, it is real talk. But listen, we're gonna jump into another track real quick. This is Zay Hill, David's song off of Broken Nightmares, released by Zay Hill and Rapzilla. Here we go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Eyes got 'em going up.
Coming from rags to riches, got me a bag to get it. Ain't had a bag to get it. Hey, look at the team, we winning. The walk is different. They say the talk is different, and I wanna ball forever. They say I'm tripping, but I feel I'm on a mission. Young man, no rolls in the dishes from ash to dirt. Man, I'm just showing my worth. Thank God for people that came before me. I keep on grinding, they can't ignore me. I'll be right here when the rain is pouring. Locked in the game like the chain is for me. I got some people that need me. Brothers, they say they believe in me, singing these songs with melodies. Hope that they hearing this heavily. Straight from the back of the basement, I know they be hating. When they say I'm finna make it, gotta stay humble, be patient, cause it is we aiming. When they see bro getting famous, and I'ma put on for the town. They holding me down, even when no one's around. My brothers, they been by my side, they all finna ride. I pray that they all get a crown. Coming from rags to riches, got me a bag to get it. Ain't had a bag to get it. Hey, look at the team, we winning. The walk is different. They say the talk is different, and I wanna ball forever. They say I'm tripping, but I feel I'm on a mission. Young man, no rolls in the dishes from ash to dirt. Man, I'm just showing my worth. Fighting these giants like every day. Evil is coming from every way. Pressure, I feel it in every face. I pray to God that he make a way. Come from the back of the dirt, I know that it hurt. They only want me at my worst, but Christ came and put in the work. Show me my worth. One as the last, now I'm first. Fighting these demons that family curse that they thought was on me, man, I'm taking it all. And I'm taking the blood of the lamb and I shed it on me as I pray that I never be lost. I was born in the streets, I was born in the hood, but I never let that take me from what is good. Had a ball for this moment, they knew that I would. When I call on your name, man, you knew that I could. Coming from rags to riches, got me a bag to get it. Ain't had a bag to get it. Hey, look at the team, we winning. The walk is different. They say the talk is different, and I wanna ball forever. They say I'm tripping, but I feel I'm on a mission. Young man, no rolls in the dishes from ash to dirt. Man, I'm just showing my worth. Coming from rags to riches, got me a bag to get it. Ain't had a bag to get it. Hey, look at the team, we winning. The walk is different. They say the talk is different, and I wanna ball forever. They say I'm tripping, but I feel I'm on a mission. Young man, no rolls in the dishes from ash to dirt. Man, I'm just showing my worth. Man, I'm just showing my worth.
That's dope. That was Zay Hill, David Song, Broken Nightmares. That's what's up, man. I don't know why I hit that, but
I will never be sorry for
we'll go with it. That's all right. We'll
never
go with
be
it.
sorry for that.
I've been off today, my bad. I've been off today, man. I know it. But I'm trying to stay faithful to my audience.
Oh.
Because I love y'all.
I just hope you don't use that voice.
I do it for y'all. All right, Gil.
I do it for the city.
You've been super gassed about the iPhone 12.
I want
as an iPhone Mac user.
Yeah.
What is it all what they make it out to be, the iPhone 12? Is it much of a difference?
I haven't explored it. But as far as the little bit that I've used it so far, it's definitely smoother. It works faster. The camera quality is dope. Like the night vision, they upgraded that, so the shots are more crisp. I know other people have had it before. I think LG had this technology first, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is great innovation for Apple. But the camera is better. So from coming from an XR to this, that feature's pretty dope.
Comes in 4 different colors.
Yeah, I got
ceramic shield front.
I got black. I always get black.
Glass black. Oh, glass back. An aluminum.
Glass black.
An aluminum design.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Dope. Camera's
How's
dope.
The camera? The only thing this one has different, I guess, from the regular Mini is it has a telephoto lens, so it takes the wider shots. Other than that, it has pretty much the same stuff.
So the thing that caught my eye about the phone was the 4K recording at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, that's fire too.
That is the thing that caught my eye, and I've seen. There was actually a director. I wish I had the video, but there was a director who actually did a whole video.
It wasn't one. It was a bunch of them.
Oh, so they did like a competition
Apple,
with
when they announced the phone, they took clips of all the people who did shots with it, and it's crazy. The collage is nuts.
No, I'm talking about the film, the short film with the iPhone.
Yes, I saw that too, but a bunch of people did it too.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It wasn't just him.
Gotcha.
And they're all equally crazy, and they all did it with an iPhone.
With an iPhone, straight up doing videos, music videos, short films, cinematic films with an iPhone.
Now, the one you were talking about specific, is that the one with the girl? The snowball?
It was a snowball fight.
Yeah,
that was
highly recommend you check it out.
Epic, bro.
They made that snowball
with
fight.
An iPhone. That was crazy.
They made it look like Tokyo Drift.
They made it, yes, bro. It was like a full featured film almost. Like you had that feel. Crazy. Just a snowball fight alone. It was like, what? They filmed this whole thing with the anyway. So,
but they're getting crazy with the prices.
For those of you that don't know, 4K at 60 frames per second is that's what works that slow-mo magic, that beautiful, crispy, cinematic, dramatic,
cinematic,
dramatic. No, wait a minute.
Emphatic, banana.
But what are we doing?
Banana, fana, for fana.
Yes,
I know what I was talking about. You didn't know what I was talking about. Because it's automatic, bubanic,
Don't do it. It's pathetic.
We're all pathetic. Bananas.
Oh man!
So I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, why?
It also
better.
It also supports 1080p at 120 frames per second, or 240 frames per second. 240? That's what it says. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys don't know what that means, that's like that super duper like little super drop of water just falling, and you can see.
Your descriptions are awesome.
That almost slows down. Like you could slow down raindrops with that.
I was like,
you can legit slow down raindrops falling from the sky.
Well, of course
with 120 frames per second.
It's straight up from Barney. Super
duper slow.
Super duper camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think now that you said that, I can tag this as for kids. Should I? Let's double dip. Why not?
Dang.
So yeah, man, you can
that
have
was a review.
Super duper slow mo.
That was a review from Barney on the iPhone.
Hey kids,
hey
creatives,
we're gonna do the super duper shot.
the Super Duper Mario live show.
I love you.
So are you the yellow dinosaur? What's that?
I'm the yellow dinosaur.
What's that one?
First of all,
the Triceratops.
Triceratops.
Which one's that one?
That's exactly the word it is.
The yellow one.
The Triceratops.
Ay, ay, ay. Talk like Alpha from Power Rangers. Ay,
Wait a minute.
Ay, ay.
First of all, that dinosaur was not Spanish.
Oh, man.
Second of all, it was like his sister or something, or cousin. And it's Triceratops, not Triceratops.
Whatever that is. So you could shoot 180p at 120 frames per second. You could super. You can even do techniques with that kind of technology in the iPhone. You can even do techniques where you do you ever see the people that do the normal speed rapping, but everything's slow mo around them? You ever see that? Everything's so they're rapping the lyrics normally, but everything around them is slow mo.
Oh, that technique is crazy.
You could do that with the iPhone.
What?
Of course. If you're shooting at 120 frames per second, or even 60 frames per second.
The 120, that's for
even the 60
max.
frames. Yeah, no, 60 frames per second at 4K, you can do that technique. When you're doing a music video, you want 24 frames per second anyway. That's like the natural speed of the eye that you could see. It has that cinematic quality,
Mario's getting his geeky bag.
24 frames per second. But then when you start doing the 60 frames per second, that's when you start getting, when you slow that down, that's when you get the crisp at 4K, but the smooth at the slow-mo. You can just be creative with it, y'all.
Hold on, let me fix my glasses. So
you can do it real quick. You know, hey, creators, man, be creative. Creators gonna create, you know?
Creators couldn't create.
Yo,
and the non-creatives gonna hate.
If you do a music video and you heard it from the show, man, send me the music video. I'll play it.
For real.
How about that? You do something creative, send it my way. Email it or send me a link. music@marrioesco.com, 2 R's in my name, or hit me up, send me a link. That'll be dope. I would love to see what you guys can do with an iPhone if you guys have one, or if you just have an Android that could shoot in 4K. You know, do something.
And
like
we
that.
mean a real video. We don't want you to like set it up in your living room and then you just kind of like rap in front of it. We mean like a real video, like, you know, have somebody help you film it walking around. Like, don't do the tripod thing. That's not video. Unless you could do something really creative with that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna
Bro, we're gonna have to
creativity.
stretch some time, bro.
What do you mean?
Mandalorian. It's in the description. We got to do it.
I guess we could do it.
Mandalorian goes from strength to strength in chapter 11. Now, you didn't see it, right?
I did not see it.
You didn't see it. So
I'm
Disney,
still thinking about the fact that you said we have to stretch out time.
Oh, we got to do this, man. we gotta talk about this. So Disney does a great job ensuring that The Mandalorian is enjoyable on multiple levels, catering to the audience on Disney Plus
with Baby Yoda.
that might not be particularly knowledgeable. So so they have a way, like my wife. My wife is not really someone who follows Star Wars or anything like that, but she was able to jump right into The Mandalorian and love everything about it. Sammy, am I right? So they have a way of introducing these characters that you don't need to really know much, but then they still stay true to the story, and those that really follow the story are like, oh my goodness, is this
All
character
I know is
and that one and
that
this
Baby
one.
Yoda changed the tattoo community because everybody was getting that Baby Yoda on themselves. So I thought that was kind of cool. That culture has such power.
Yeah.
That people would actually put characters tattooed on their bodies forever.
Well, actually, they were like toy companies jumped on the whole. There was a big this big thing about Baby Yoda. Oh, I'm gonna ruin it for you. Can I say it? Anyway, spoiler alert. Spoiler.
No, I want to hear it.
It's
No,
not even
why
like
do you have to say it?
It's not even important to the story.
Oh, okay.
Baby Yoda sees some baby eggs and he starts eating them. and the
that's
eggs
disgusting.
And the eggs were someone that they belonged to the mother of this creature, like they was her children, and they were helping her along the way. So she was falling asleep and he snuck into the little container and he was just like
This sounds really important.
Eat her eggs.
You went from not important to extremely important.
Here's the thing.
Possibly messing up the plot.
Here's the thing. So everybody's making an uproar of this. Oh, that was kind of disturbing. Yoda's eating the eggs. Oh, that's disturbing. People actually complained.
But yet Parenthood
that Baby
lives.
Yoda was eating
Planned
the eggs.
Parenthood lives. That makes no damn sense.
People were actually complaining that Baby
Think
Yoda.
about this, people. If you're watching this, think about this. Think about it. You're flipping out of an imaginary egg
losing
being
everybody
eaten,
right now. There's a
and
point
we
to this.
have 300,000 babies that are being killed by Planned Parenthood. Real babies. And we're talking about fictitious
People
eggs.
are mad. Like, why
Fictitious
did
ones.
Baby Yoda eat those eggs?
Yo,
this is disturbing.
man.
This is, they call it dark comedy. This is dark comedy. What is this going on? So anyway,
this world is crazy.
my point of that was that the Toy Stories jumped on that real quick. And they made the little figurine of Baby Yoda with the eggs, like eating the eggs.
Yo.
They got him like running like for the container of the eggs, like exactly how they did it in the show. And
Yo,
there's toys that you can buy of Baby Yoda like just devouring these eggs. But
that's hilarious.
Look at the entrepreneurial spirit, bro. Look at that.
What company made that? Because that's hilarious.
People who are like, yo, jump on that. Like people are almost ready on the sidelines. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be ahead of the curve like that. Let me wait on the sidelines until something comes out and boom, you pounce right on it. And not that you're trying to like, you know.
I wonder if they were probably making calls while they were watching the movie. Like the scene came up and they were like, oh my God, Gene, get on the line and make these toys eating eggs right now.
These dudes do not play around, bro. These dudes do not play around.
I want Yoda eating eggs by morning.
It kind of reminds me of
with a side of eggs.
It kind of reminds me of
breakfast.
Remember Birdman?
Because I'm hungry.
Remember Birdman when he was on?
Or I will be, because I'm still at the movies.
You remember Birdman when he was on the Charlemagne show and he like flipped up and he was like,
put some respect on my name.
And then this dude himself went and I don't know if he coined it or copyrighted it or he got the trademark for it and he made shirts for put respect on my name or something like that.
He would have got more money though if he would have sold that to Adobo and they made a seasoning called respect. So when you put respect on your chicken, you put some respect.
Put some respect on that.
On that beef. Imagine that if you put a seasoning called respect, you could put respect on anything.
Facts.
Yo, that's dope.
Facts.
That is genius. Yo, this tastes
I feel
funny.
like I gotta put respect.
Can you put some respect
mic,
on
bro?
it?
Like, I'm
like, this tastes kind of funny.
Put some respect on this mic.
Can you sprinkle some respect?
Goodness. So anyway,
then you got mic conditioner. Put some respect on it.
Yes, please. And then you got like On Beat Music actually did it with the whole false prophet thing. Everyone was talking about that, and then he jumped on that and did his own little creative spin with that, you know, and showed off. He was able to display his artistry as a creative, as a producer, but using something that was culturally relevant at the moment.
I think we should download that sound. No joke. Like stuff that's like mad corny and play that. Ha ha ha.
Yo, facts. We'll take that.
That dude is crazy.
So one of the episodes was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, daughter of Oscar-winning director Ron Howard, who directed Apollo 13. And I thought it was dope that she put a little Easter egg in the actual. Let me show it right there. Look, I'm blocked, but you see Apollo, and then you see the Mandalorian on the bottom.
Oh, shoot.
Her daughter, inspired by her father. Look at that.
That's fire.
Super dope.
That's crazy.
On the screen, for those that are listening on the podcast, there's two screens. One from Apollo 13, the other one from The Mandalorian that Bryce Dallas directed.
Basically the exact same shot.
And it's like, it's super dope. I thought that was fire.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yep, I thought that was super dope.
My daughter like recreated something that I did. Like,
it's just a hat tip to her dad. You know what I mean? Crazy. Like, I love you, pops. Here it is. Like, that's super dope. And it's cool because your kids are watching, man. Like your little ones are watching you. My little ones are here. They know I do the show live.
And that's
a great every Tuesday.
Way. That's something that she put out there forever to show. Like she respected her father, what he did, and how he, helped shape who she was. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. That's dope.
Now she was known to have a flop at one point. But then she carried herself through, and then she, did this episode, and everybody was just taken away by what she did. So that's another thing of like showing you like, you know, here's the Mandalorian taking off. One of them was a flop, you know, and
it was one of one of the Mandalorian episodes was a flop?
So she directed season 1. And now with the budget growing and everything and her like just stepping up her game, like they were blown away by how she just stuck with it and was able to pull through and have this unique different take on it. Because if you follow like from season 1 to season 2 is like this, it's almost like it's different. Like he's on this journey. It's sort of like the same story in every episode, sort of. So some people are like, I'm not feeling that. But other people, babe, did you notice the change? Like in season 1 and season 2, there was a change. Season 1 was sort of like the unfolding of the story, who he is, his background and everything. And then season 2 is like these epic movies within this season.
That's dope. I'm telling you, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Seasons and, you know, those types of shows are taking over, man.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I don't know, maybe you guys have felt this like in the past, like, you know, because obviously COVID right now, there's no going to the movies, but do you guys remember like going and see a dope movie and you're like, dang, that's it? Like, that's it. No more. But then you go home and you watch like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes, 8 episodes. You're like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like now it's to the point where I feel like movies ain't enough. I feel like it's a tease. Like, I'll watch it if it really gets my attention.
You're waiting for the next, either the sequel.
I don't want to wait another year.
Yeah, you want it.
You know, like I don't want to wait. Like even though after a season you have to wait maybe a year, sometimes longer, but at least it was a whole season, like 16 episodes, 15 episodes. Like even though if I have to wait a week, it's still at least a quicker gratification than, oh, that movie was dope. When is the next one? It's 2019 now. Oh yeah, they released it. It's gonna come out in 2030. I'm like, what? 2030? I'm trying to see what happens.
Facts.
I gotta wait. How long? So I don't know. I think that's why
it just takes a lot of work.
Everybody's coming out with series now.
Yeah,
and now you're seeing big actors taking those because it's the wave, and that's how you know.
Yeah, it is the wave.
That's how you know.
But there's more money being put into the budgets now. So that was the big change with this one.
Because you're able to do some dope stuff now on shows.
Yeah,
especially like the
dope.
Marvel shows, the DC shows. Like you see the graphics that they're putting into this stuff now that you're like, yo, these are like straight up movies.
Facts.
So now you're saying Mandalorian, that's the type of element I love. So, wifey, if you're watching, we're watching Mandalorian.
I think it's cool how when you have different directors, because she directed one episode. So you have different directors that direct different things, you know, different episodes, and you have a different feel depending on who's directing or, you know, who's telling the story. And I think that's powerful to think about as let's say you're a script writer or whatever. Let's say one of them you flop. One of them is like not as cohesive of a story or doesn't resonate with your people or with the audience. It doesn't mean that you're not good at what you do. It just means that you now have to go back and fine tune and readjust.
Yep.
And it's all within that story.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like every story is the same. You know, you got the beginning, you got the middle, you got the end. Every story is told the same. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and they have layouts for that, like outlines for that, a good storytelling, like outlines for you to follow. That if you follow this, more than likely you're gonna create a dope story. They have those available online. You can look that up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of adjusting. If you flop once, it's going back, trial and error. Plus, you're communicating a script to a camera. Yeah. You got the cinematographer's job to take those shots. You know, the director lining everything up to communicate the story. So that it's important to know every aspect as well. Even when you're writing, like it's good to not to, you know how they say be the master of how does it?
A master of one. Wait. Is it,
how's
somebody help us out? Yeah, I know it's like if you're a master of a bunch of stuff, you can't really some people be a master of anything.
Some people would say don't exactly. Some people say don't spread yourself thin and don't like, you know, be involved with every single aspect because you're never going to be able to focus on one thing to master that one thing. Yeah. But I think it's very important to understand how all the elements work.
True.
Because how are you going to communicate effectively if you don't understand the current climate of the culture? You're seeing that now. There's movies that have, there's movies that's been stripped away in the digital world. I don't know if you know that. Like, there's certain movies you can't even find, like, in online in the digital space, like certain movies that hinted at, you know, racism and stuff like that, and they're flying under the radar because everyone forgets about those movies, and they're like, yo, don't bring that up. Don't. And then you come across one of those movies and you're like, yo, this is kind of foul. Like, like, yo, that
could be very damaging to that.
Hold on a second. This is kind of messed up. And you have certain people that go and dig some of that up and say, remember when he did this? You know, and try to create this whole.
Yeah, there's a show like me and wife was watching. It's Mixed-ish, and it's basically following the wife from the show Blackish. And now she's younger, but she lived in that time where people said racist stuff. And it was kind of allowed. So it's kind of like,
now you go back and you watch it and you're
and you're like, yo,
it's kind of uncomfortable for you to just be saying those words.
For real. Like, and you look at the difference and like, yo, you would be killed if you said something like that nowadays. And it was like little stuff, like the teacher was telling her, like, you know, it would be nice if you came to school with neater hair. And it's because she had really curly hair, like poofy. And I'm like, yo, if you said that to a little girl, a colored girl especially,
you're losing your job.
What?
You're losing your job.
If you told a girl who had really curly hair, when you go home next time, come home, when you come to school, can you be neater? Like, make the hair.
But was the point of the movie too kind of like, was the point of the movie
mainly
to be that
smaller
way?
And nice?
But my question is, was it a racist, like a story
she was
of
being
racism?
super racist.
No, but was it meaning to be racist? Like the movie was built off of that.
Well, so I think the show, like they were trying to show like the way things were and how people.
You don't think that you could do that nowadays, though?
No.
Really?
What?
So like you can't do a documentary based off like real stories from the past.
Oh no. Well, that's what they did, obviously.
Yeah, so
fine. I'm talking
what's wrong
about
with that?
You can't say what that person said back then. Now, like, you know what I mean? Like,
even documentary.
Like if I was a teacher and I went to my student and she had really curly hair, and I said,
Puerto Rican.
Hey, Jasmine, next time when you come neater.
I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. So if you do my background,
I get fired.
If you do a movie on my background, I'm Puerto Rican. You're Puerto Rican. When you do a movie on our background, our past or whatever, right? And they say certain things, disrespectful things, like you're gonna take offense to that in a movie about that, like how you were.
No. That's what I'm saying. I watched the show and I was like laughing, but at the same time, like, yo, that's crazy. Like they actually used to say stuff like this.
So you were why were you laughing?
Because of the way the lady said it.
Yourself.
Because of the way the lady said it. Like it was meant to be a joke, but at the same time, it's a reality. Like they used to say stuff like this. But the way she said it, she didn't say it like in a mean and
okay.
She was like, "Hey, honey, can you come back tomorrow,
you
neater?" You know.
And you laughed at
that. The girl was like,
"Did you laugh at that?"
And I was, well, yeah, it was meant to be funny. Like, you tell by the way they filmed it.
I'm bugging with you because your daughter has a huge fro. Like,
and even more funnier because I look at my daughter, I'm like, poor thing. Like, she's gonna have to be neater in school.
Curly Sue.
Yeah, her hair is crazy. I love it though. I actually like it more when it's crazy than when it's all put together and in little buns and all that, you know. But that's just my take. But anyway, it was just crazy to see that these things were actually said. And when you think about it, you start remembering when you were younger and heard some stuff that is borderline. And you're like, huh?
That's borderline.
What?
So that's why it's important to know the culture, know the climate of the culture, understand your audience, man. That's something that me and Gil have been learning along the way. And honestly,
who do you want to target?
We want to be a little bit more transparent about some of those things too. So I don't know, anyway. I was about to go on my deep dive on our transition and our behind the scenes. But yeah, so know the culture, know the audience. I didn't realize the importance of identifying. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Applejacks too, man. I love you, bro.
And Joseph.
I'll give props where props
is
due.
Another one.
Shout out to Joseph too as well. Yep. Brothers who are involved with what we're doing and behind the scenes helping us, find our way. But now here we are learning what we're learning and sharing that with you. It's important to know who it is you're trying to reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't know what that is, there's no problem with you staying consistent if you have that desire. Like Stract was saying, if you have a desire to serve or do something, it's not wrong for you to keep doing what you're doing without really being too clear about where you want to go with it, just as long as you're praying about where you want to go with it.
And seeking guidance.
And seeking guidance along the way, the whole way. Even when you grab it and you think you figured it out, dude, we're supposed to be in prayer without ceasing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to be in constant communion with God. So, like, you wake up in the morning, like, that prayer in the morning don't stop. After you kneel down, at your bed and you say your prayer, wherever you say your prayer, and then you go about your day, like that don't stop you. When you're in the car and you're driving, you're still praying. When you get to your destination, you get out, you're still praying. When you're in that meeting, you're still praying. It's supposed to be a constant, ongoing thing. So that applies with art as well, and your stories and what you're doing. So just keep that in mind, man. That you have to be aware of what's around you. Keep praying for guidance and direction, and understand that if you wrote something that was a flop, man, you could just pick up the pen, go off of that story and make it better. We've seen that. Actually, we were just talking about that today. Marvel Comics, when they first came out with the first Thor movies, those movies were super trash. The Thor 1 was super trash. Looked like Power Rangers or something. Did they stop? Did they? No. And then as they unfolded,
Captain America though was crazy.
As they unfolded, not only did the stories get better, all of a sudden the budget got bigger, the effects, like, we grew to see how the effects changed. Do you remember that?
Facts.
We would have never had Avengers Infinity Wars without the first Iron Man and them going through trial and error with storyline, this and that, their special effects and everything. It's trial and error, dude. Like, they went for the win, obviously, because the Iron Mans, I don't believe, were a flop. They were fire. I don't know what happened.
I don't
know what happened with Thor.
There was parts of movies
sort of Captain
of the
America
Iron Man
too.
franchise I didn't like. Like, I didn't like that dragon fire guy that had like the glowing hands. Like, that was super trash. And
that was trash.
They alluded to the
Mandalorian. The Mandarin. The Mandarin.
Yeah. They alluded to him, like they talked about him, but then it ended up being like some imposter who really wasn't him. And then the fans got so mad that it seems like they listened to the fans and then did like a short little teaser of Mandalorian coming back. The Mandarin. Dang you, Mandalorian! You got me all twisted. But yeah, so now they got the Mandarin coming back, and now they're actually shooting a new movie.
Quantum physics.
No, Shang-Chi. It's like, I think it's Shang-Chi. It's the first full length martial arts film for Marvel.
That's dope.
And it's gonna be crazy.
That is dope.
And Mandalorian
is part of that. Okay. The
Mandarin
got it.
Is gonna be in it.
Dope.
It's gonna be dope.
Cool. So I dragged it out a little bit, but I thought it was necessary because we had a whole description in there, and I'm sure people hopped in and wanted to hear about what we talking about. But it was super dope, man. Having Stract on, go check out, and The Beat Goes On. I think he said it's available on Bandcamp right now, but it will be available everywhere soon. So go check that out. Shout out to Christcentric and everybody there. We love y'all. Yeah. And be sure to hit up the line again.
And just for Metatag purposes, Mac OS is
I wasn't gonna go with it, but
there's an update coming out. It's the Big Sur update. Don't do it, especially if you got a laptop between
I wasn't gonna go
2013 and 2014. Don't do it. It's the Big Sur update.
Hit up.
I should tell you anything that you need to know just by that name. Big Sur update. Do it.
Hit up our number 774-243-0385.
Yep.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. I should have that here. I don't know why. Here we go. Sorry, my bad. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hit it right now. Hit it before you forget.
Yes, hit that bell.
Right now.
Subscribe, share the show. We adjusted a little bit. Look, I like being transparent, so that's me. We adjusted a little bit with this show. It took me a little bit.
I've given up. You stopping to say
I was a little bit rough in the beginning, but I like it, man. I like the format. We're gonna focus a little bit more on the creative aspect of things as we go through. So it's gonna take a little bit to adjust because the last 122 episodes, we pretty much were just rolling off whatever. So. So we're gonna
I'm sure a lot of our fans are feeling so cared for. So
no! Thank you for saying that.
Because for 122 episodes,
hold up,
we've been giving you whatever.
Hold up. No, it's been fun.
And it's not because we don't care.
Check this out. When it comes to the topics, we're kind of
highest quality of that you've ever.
There's no winning. I'm gonna just take.
Do you not see? Look at this. Yep. Look at that. Do you see that name right there? How it's written?
Yep.
You see that Gil Vargas right there? How it's written? You see this logo?
Yeah.
Quality, whatever. Quality.
It's been a blessed time rocking with y'all, but along the way, as we were kind of figuring things out, man, we want to do better at serving and providing the Christian creative community. That is part of our desire shifting moving forward, and I really want to double down on that, man, and really build, man. Yeah. Really build the network. Really, I'm excited to be a part of the genre. I'm excited about building it up, man, and being somewhat a part of it.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And we're praying, putting everything in prayer to keep building everything out moving forward, to focus more directly and intentionally on the creative.
Yeah.
So keep us lifted in that area. Keep us prayed up for purpose and guidance in order to serve you better. And
we're really gonna drive home for creatives, man.
Facts.
You know, we haven't forgotten about y'all. We haven't forgotten about our creative tips. We're gonna come back harder than ever, especially for 2021. And you know, we're creatives ourselves, and so we have a special love for y'all. So there's gonna be a lot more of that.
Now here's a message from Herberto.
Yeah.
Hello, hermanitos, it's Berto from Bogota, Colombia. Listen, man, I just want to talk to you about last week's show. It was very good, you know. Mira, go tell Nucci Reo, I renamed him. His name now is Nucci El Rey.
Nucci El Rey!
Listen, he changed my mindset, you know, and I'm very happy to announce that now I'll be rebranding my business, and I'm going to bring back my grass division. Mario, I want to talk to you about that. You know, with the rebranding. I know last week.
My grass division?
I'm biting my wing because of Eminem in the song. Mario, I need your song. I need to rebrand, and I want the song feeling like grass. Listen, it's your content. I will not change a single word. Actually, I just want to keep the chorus, you know. And just to show you, I want to keep this line. Up and away, yeah. Feeling like advocate, yeah. Feeling like grass. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Up and away, yeah.
I think Mario, with that, you're successful. I'm successful. We got something, okay? But I will not change any lines. Don't call me, Mario. Remember I told you, my lines are hot. I will call you about this. Mira, Gilberto, I know you're in pain right now because of the election, and I'm sorry. But mira, I want to say El Bicocho had to go. But you, my friend, you have inspired me also, and my inner artist has come out, and I want to share with you some bars. Matter of fact, no bars, but I want to share you my inner rhymes. Listen to this. Hey, Donald Trump, you know your fate. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely too late. You better call Joe and congratulate. Or mira, I'm going to knock down your gate. And from this moment on, Herberto no hiding. And because of that, I want to thank El Mr. Joe Biden. Boom.
Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4. You want Herberto, we go on tour. That's right, baby. You call me if anything, okay? So Gilberto, you inspired me. Mario, stop putting the man on the spot. That he always comes through and performs like a real man. Gilberto Santa Rosa right there, man.
Thank you.
So listen, guys, I love you guys. And Mario, let's think about the branding, okay? I need you, my friend. I love you guys. Remember, Tonucci, I say hello, and his name is now Nucci Rey. And yeah, thank you for everything, guys. I just want to say God bless you guys, and I listen to you guys soon. God bless.
I have to say, Humberto is my new favorite person in the world. Humberto is you are officially my most favorite person in this world right now. I can't hear myself anymore.
Oh man, I think I muted you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry. Here you go.
Mario muted me. Sorry, guys. I'm just a co-host. You need to talk to Mario about muting my microphone after.
Dude, I'm gonna trust me. I'm gonna talk to myself after this. Trust and believe. Keep me lifted, y'all. I love y'all. Till next week. Grace and peace.
Love you guys.
If you're listening podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.